Welcome to our first city build in quite a while. This is where we dispense with our normal workbench setup and instead take the LEGO action directly to MonoTown. Normally this is because we're dismantling something, want to make extra sure that everything fits, or because the build would just be too unwieldy or difficult to manage on the workbench. In this case, it was pretty much all of the above. The agenda today was to tear down the remnants of our latest MonoTown Block Party concert, which you can totally check out in other videos, dismantle the world-famous Skydock, and tear down the north side section of the elevated railway and monorail system. All of this was because we needed to finish paving the city streets and installing the north side tram line, and because we needed to widen the Skydock to allow for larger ships. You can check out how we built the city streets on the southern side of MonoTown and see our stream recap of the massive Monkey Kid hideout, which is also a cargo ship, in previous videos as well. The first task was removing the gingerbread house, VIP bleachers, hot tub, and video screens from the Winter Wonderland stage we built for our New Year's Eve concert featuring Bear Jokes DJs. This involved removing dozens of concert-going minifigs and making sure the Christmas decorations are safely packed away into storage until next year. Next, we needed to get rid of the snow and remove the USB-powered lights we sometimes use to light up MonoTown. Next was removal of the two train and monorail platforms, which had been built using a studs not on top, or SNOT, construction method. Two large ships had to be removed from the Skydock, the LEGO Friends Rescue Mission Boat number 41381, and the Ocean Exploration Ship number 60266. Both of these are great sets, but what is a Skydock? Well, MonoTown is a city that is protected from rising sea levels by a massive seawall, and this means that the port facilities had to be reconstructed and are hundreds of meters above the ground level of MonoTown. A massive gantry crane was next, which is used to unload cargo from ships berthed within the Skydock and transfer that cargo down onto freight trains on the rail siding below. The massive Skydock itself was next to be removed, and we took the opportunity to reclaim a ton of Technic bricks which I'd used to build out the Skydock, but realized were probably wasted pieces which could be used better elsewhere. And finally, the elevated railway and monorail supports were removed. We kept these intact as much as possible because we're just going to rebuild the L immediately after the streets are repaved. Next came installation of the tiled roads, tram track, and work began on the bus and taxi stop. Already I think it looks a lot better, and the embedded tram line means we are saving valuable space that can be used for elevators and stairs to access the soon-to-be reconstructed train and monorail station, a bus stop, and pretty much anything else we can think of. To review, the sidewalk, or as we say in Scotland, the pavement, is dark gray. The bike lane is marked in dark green, and there's a divider which will have bollards embedded to protect cyclists from traffic, marked out in bright red. And the dark red areas are bus, taxi, or tram only. I'm often asked why I don't use the mills system for my roads. 3 reasons. I think the tile surface that I'm using looks a bit more Lego-like. I also felt like the tram line would probably embed a bit better using this method. I'm not sure, but I have a suspicion that this method might also be quite a bit cheaper than the mills system. That's not to say I won't try the mills system in the future, this is just what I've gone with for now. One thing to keep in mind is that MonoTown is extremely unfriendly to private car ownership. Parking is almost non-existent, and the streets are almost exclusively dominated by public transport, taxis, and delivery vehicles. Only the very wealthy can even think about owning a car here, and this is why the city spends so much on its extensive public transport network. Here we are with the end result, freshly paved roads that are ready for pedestrians, cyclists, and vehicles. I'm very happy with the result. Next up, finishing the road construction, adjusting the seawall to accommodate the changes in design, and rebuilding the L and Skydock. Want to build with us live? Come join us on Twitch.